on computer. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I sent you a handout this afternoon. Did any of you happen to see it?
I shouldn't.
For $4.
I have $4.
Wait, aren't they only like $2?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'll just buy them. I can wait.
This is Dylan's strategy.
Sure, these are two now.
You can get to a point where you're so hungry that you don't.
Oh, you
got
can't.
anymore.
I see. You
Now
can't
we're
really-
all in.
Oh, no.
Donna, how's catch up too?
Hey, you guys,
Swinging the deal.
we're starting class.
Okay.
I think- oh,
Patrick, I'm gonna be back. I'm just gonna.
Oh, he's kidding.
Oh, I thought you were going to Indian one. I was gonna say, get me one too.
Okay, you guys see this shades of green handout on the screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me get it on our screen here. So I've talked about this organization before. Used to be called Living Green, but they changed it to Shades of Green. And it's all online now. But they've done a really good job on certain things, and they had a blurb in their website that said had 20 chemicals to avoid. So a lot of these were mentioned in the text, our text, you know, in the air quality chapter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, we have a text.
Why doesn't he shut up? Okay, so here's the list. Formaldehydes we did talk about. And you gotta, if you're sensitive to formaldehyde or you've got a client that's sensitive, yes, sir.
Did you start recording?
Yes, thank you. Then you should really look into the formaldehyde situation, because I don't trust the lumber people and the product people. Hey, what's that?
Hey,
people. You know, because they're always covering up stuff. And I'm not even sure, I know that phenol formaldehyde is less toxic than urea formaldehyde, but that's only because that's what they say. I mean, and the chemists say it too, but they don't say if it's totally not toxic or if it's just less toxic. What could that mean? Say it's half as toxic, that could still be bad, right? So the next one, so, you know, if you really need to know how toxic it is, then you have to go to the material sheets that we talked about, look at exactly what it is, and then find a site that tells what our government limits are to that and why we have government limits. They have whole discussions about this if you go to the internet, because the Europeans have such higher standards for toxins than we do. And their formaldehyde standard is much more strict than ours. So it gets complicated. So only do it if you have a reason, you know, like you have a client, you're trying to build a really toxic-free home for a client, then that's something worth considering. But it's kind of too late for you guys anyway. You've been working with this stuff for years. It's definitely too late for me. Okay, the next one is bleach. Now, who would think there's anything wrong with bleach, right?
Nah,
Well,
bleach.
my friend drank that all the time in school.
Wasn't it a COVID?
Yeah, it's a COVID cure too.
A COVID cure at one
Oh, yeah.
point.
It's a one product fits all type thing. Yeah, bleach really has its place, like to get rid of what do you call it, mold, right? Use a bleach or a bleach water solution. Just be careful when you're breathing it and handling it. And then combined with ammonia, and it's pretty easy to combine it because most of us get them mixed up. And like I do all the time, I go, which one was it that you use on mold, ammonia or bleach? So if I didn't know and I couldn't remember and I used both of them together, then I'd be creating toxic fumes. So So be careful with bleach. Can cause pulmonary edema or coma if ingested. Will not cure COVID. Okay, and then chlorine. Also if ingested. Probably we wouldn't ingest many of these. But if you're breathing it, you know, it can be harmful to your lungs if you're above a bit of chlorine.
Don't they put it in like city water though, just for
Yes,
purification?
yeah, it's so diluted, it probably won't hurt you in the water. It just tastes like shit, but
Yeah.
I've never heard where that's been a, you know, a health hazard. Drain cleaner chemicals. Now, these are not just for tradespeople or you might be using these, but it's also just for household items, right? And the indoor air quality chapter, the big thing is we keep these in our house, usually in our garage, right? And if our garage is close to the house and the door is not sealed, right? So air goes back and forth, then some of these vapors could come into the house. So yeah, drain cleaner, those are nasty because, well, they have lye, hydrochloric acid, you know, things like that. Petroleum distillates, anything that's made from petroleum can cause skin and lung cancer. And those are found in furniture polishes and finishes. So that's something that tradespeople do use if they're finishing furniture or trim. But they're also in lip gloss, fertilizer, pesticides, paint thinner, solvents. Yeah, those are hard to stay away from, but they're not great stuff. Parabens, have you heard of that? Of those? Mostly used in cosmetics, interferes with hormone function in both men and women. Found in beer. Oh, great. Beer, cosmetics, sauces, desserts, and soft drinks. So, you know, if you're looking at labels, you know, if you start becoming a label watcher, then these things will appear on the label and you can go, wait a second, didn't we learn about parabens in class? Wasn't it not good?
Do you think the parabens show up as something else on the label?
No, they have to, no, they would, I would think they would have parabens.
Does it say paraben?
So I'm going to skip down to,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to these, but see this one, sodium lauryl and sodium lauryl sulfate. Now this guy I'm going to the land to visit tomorrow. He used to tell me, oh, don't get toothpaste with that stuff in it. It's toxic. He was really obsessive about it.
We're gonna go tour his Gunner's Ranch.
I'm going to go to a ranch.
We're gonna tour Gunner's though.
Oh, well, I don't know. Do you know Gunner?
I don't know personally.
Yeah. Okay. I could ask him. I called the botanical garden today to see if I could get us in for free.
They said no.
They didn't get back to me. So I'll let you know during the week.
We're taking a class there on Thursday.
Free?
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you should ask.
Oh, I got some leverage now.
You should
Beautiful.
ask Mike how he does it.
Okay. This Deborah person's gonna call me back and I'll say, oh, you know, we have another class going and they're really free. So are you going to that class?
Yeah.
No.
You don't mind
It's gonna be
saying.
like, God damn it, Louis.
Yeah, I TA the class on Thursday.
So yeah, you know, I looked at it's not my favorite place. There's not a lot of stuff. Although the response to Era's land was phenomenal. Everybody really loved
What
it.
is like?
So, and when I went on that walk yesterday in that San Marcos Preserve, God, the vegetation is unbelievable. Everything, every kind, really, it's pretty cool. And but they've got the, I mean, I just a walk around, especially when you go down the redwoods and along the creek there, that's so beautiful. But they've got that you know, that house, that structure, and they've got gardens around it, and they've got some sustainable features there.
You
And
got the tea house. right?
yeah,
Japanese
and the
food.
picture that I saw on the thing looks like they fixed it up a little, so that might be better than it was. It was kind of half-assed for a while. And then across the street, that conservation building, you've been there?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah, that's pretty cool building too. We could walk up in there and see that. It's got great views.
Should try and get us into Lotus Land. Lotus Land just redid their Japanese section.
Yeah,
And they
well, I
have
call
this
Lotus
really-
Land. Yeah, do you go there for free? You guys?
Sometimes, yeah, with different classes.
We try occasionally to see how they build stuff there.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get more structures, you know, we've seen a lot of landscaping, so I'd rather get more structures, but they're hard to find. I'm working on it. Okay, so then sodium lauryl and sodium laureth, I think that's a misspelling, lauryl sulfate causes itching, flakes, or skin cracks, also mouth and canker sores, found in foaming agent used in cosmetics and shampoos. So toothpaste and shampoos have that. I still use it. For a while there was because this guy was paranoid. I did it, but it's hard to find. You know, it's hard to find stuff without that.
What do they use it? They use it as like for foaming
Foaming agent, yeah.
for the toothpaste.
So like toothpaste and shampoo.
And what does it say on your? Which one is it? Is it sodium lauryl or is it sodium?
Well,
lauryl itself?
I think sodium lauryl is more common, but I think they're both in those things.
Oh, it says both of them.
Yeah, but those are listed. It's an interesting. I mean, you can just go to the market, you know, in toothpaste section and look. You know that Trader Joe's, what was that like? Tom's toothpaste. You ever hear of that?
There's
It's
a
made in
bunch.
Maine.
Yeah.
They didn't have any shit in it. That's pretty pure stuff. It's a little more expensive, but
There's a cheap one. I forget what it's called, but they're selling at CVS and stuff, and it's like an old
yeah,
formula. for
Yeah.
Toothpaste. It's pretty good.
yeah. So you know, if
We should own toothpaste and
Baking soda.
baking soda.
and then triclosans, never heard of that, harms the immune system and disrupts hormone function. Found in antibacterial cleaners, face washes, toothpaste. May actually make us more resistant to antibiotic use. Chemicals really don't care much, do they? And then what's that, siloxanes? What are these, Greek or Latin words?
They make them hard to read so people don't understand.
Yeah,
so They don't
exactly.
look into it.
Exactly.
They're like, I've seen that.
Oh, it's really true, you know, especially with Latin words, nobody wants to. Okay, the siloxanes are, they soften, smooth, or moisten. So of course, they're in skin care products, baking utensils, pans, baby products. And certain forms of them are considered hormone disruptors. Found in nipples, pacifiers, implants, windshield coating, lubricant sealants. And then phthalates, I think that's how you say, you don't pronounce the PH on that maybe. All right. They use as plasticizers, can damage liver, lungs, kidneys, found in vinyl shower curtains. So PVC is a form of that. Jesus. Organotins can cause harm to brain and prostate glands. Can impact behavior, it's in consumer electronics, paints. We don't have a chance to. So those are all new to me. Toluene on the next, that one's been around for a while, and that's always been talked about as nasty. Synthetic musk. Found in paints, thinners, fuel, fingernail polish, lacquers, adhesives. And then synthetic musk.
It's a pretty sweet band name.
What's that?
Good band name.
Synthetic musk. Great band name. PFCs
They're gonna get sued by the person.
found in waterproof clothing, shoes, no iron clothing, sheets. Organotins. Good God. Chemicals used in biocides, pesticides, cause neurotoxic effects, liver and renal toxicity. Found in wood preservatives. Brominated flame retardant. Yeah, flame retardants are notoriously bad products. Benzene's the other, like toluene. Impacts bone marrow and decreases red blood cells, leading to anemia, leukemia. Found in paint, varnish, building materials, furniture, wax, glues. I guess you get the picture. So this woman knows all these because like I said, she had MS. And when she realized it was because of all the toxic shit in the environment, she started eliminating all that. So she's become kind of an expert on those things. And most of us aren't as sensitive to them, which is probably why we don't have MS, but worth noting. So then, so you guys at home that weren't live Saturday on the Zoom and didn't come to class, I think it's a few of you. We didn't record. So, but we mostly looked at YouTube. So I sent you today one of the more interesting YouTubes, and I'll send you the others. Sometimes the YouTube you can send them, sometimes they block you.
It's because they were important to tell what take you into account.
So then we're going to go through another. Oh yeah. Okay, we ready? Lewis, can you kill one of those lights?
Yeah, just one.
Kill them both. There we go.
You.
Or a laptop. Which one do you think is worth more? Well, definitely not the house, because it not only costs millions to buy, but you also have to pay thousands to maintain it every month. What if I...
Homes. Insulated concrete forms, or ICFs for short, is a system of framework.
Matt,
What's up?
I got a question for you.
Huh.
When I go to YouTube,
Mhm.
my YouTube, or when I go to YouTube in general, it has those three lines on the left, which is additional menus, right?
Right.
And so one of those is CT122, where I record all the YouTubes I want to show you guys.
Mhm.
Is there any way that you guys can access that?
If you click on it, I can look at it.
Why don't
I mean-
you, why don't you click on YouTube and go to CT122 and see what, if you can get there?
That's one of your playlists. I don't think anybody else can access it.
Really?
No, we would only be able to access it if we were logged into your account.
Or your channel, sometimes you can have like playlists.
Well, it said public or
That's true.
private when I got into it,
Yeah.
and it was private, so I turned it to public thinking that might.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so if someone went onto your YouTube account,
But I
they'd be able
couldn't
to see
check it because, I only had one computer, so.
Right.
Here, I'll look at it, Patrick.
Okay,
Just look at
because then, if you guys miss a session when we look at those, you can go back and look at all of them. I could give the individual URLs for the YouTubes too, but I thought this would be handy. So Zach, are you gonna do it now or are you gonna do it later?
Doing it at present.
it. Such a good guy.
And,
Dude,
we have nothing but good students here.
Zach, do you have any friends that want to take blueprint reading?
Oh, I thought you were gonna stop that at, do you have any friends?
Well, that's what I asked Evan here, and he said no.
Yeah, that's a good guy too. I don't know why he doesn't have friends. Oh, well.
Too bad, we need more people in blueprint reading.
you didn't ask if I have any friends over here, since you're like, do you have any coworkers?
Well, your
Like,
coworkers.
Dylan doesn't have any friends. I wouldn't even ask him that.
Okay.
His coworkers though.
Dylan, do you have any friends that would?
Yeah, Patrick, it looks like you were successful.
Oh, you can
I'm
access it?
actually gonna ask.
Yeah.
Yay.
Even
So
though
you
I
just
don't-
go to YouTube and go to the three lines and down.
No, just.
No, that only works because you're you. What you would do is you would go to your account and then you go to the playlist tab,
Easy.
which I just linked. And then you click on the one that says CT122.
So so say that again, like you're at home, you go to your own account?
Yeah, you just go on YouTube, and in my case, I type in CT122. You can add in your name, Patrick Foster. It comes up even quicker. You click on your channel, and then your channel has a it says home videos playlists. You click on playlists, and then you click on CT122.
Okay, so it says, how do I redo the name of that?
You would have to. I mean, if you clicked on it, it would probably have an option. We'll see. And then either the dot 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 or the pencil. Maybe under playlist settings or the pencil.
Coworkers or friends that would want to take you for a meeting or something?
It does not look like that's it.
Sorry.
It's a hard stop.
Okay, how many people are you at?
The top pencil.
Where is that?
So like 2-inch,
Keep going
45
up. Keep going up there, keep going.
Little pencil.
up.
It's a little
Up
pencil.
there.
There you go. There, edit title.
Is this put Patrick Foster after it?
I think there's only 3 people.
Oh, I mean, you can do whatever. It
Nice.
might help.
Yeah,
That's an even
okay.
harder sell, I think.
All right. Let's go for it, okay? Thanks,
Taking that.
Zach.
I linked it in chat too.
Pardon?
I linked it in chat.
It's in the chat.
He linked it into the chat.
Oh, he's putting it in the chat.
Yeah,
He
on,
did,
on the
yeah.
very top,
That little
where
red
it
button.
says chat. Like top middle,
Okay.
Outside of the screen, yeah.
like not on YouTube,
It's
like
on
on
that
the
bar.
Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
right
there.
there.
Click that link and then you'll see it.
What's that right there?
That's the link to the playlist.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, great, excellent, okay. All right, thanks, guys.
Good job, Zach.
All right, we're back in business.
Works for reinforced concrete made with rigid thermal insulation that stays in place as a
Okay, so-
permanent interior.
So I've got like 9 of these episodes and they each have 3 or 4 different building techniques in them. So I'm gonna start with first one, and you tell me if you're interested in what the content is, and if you're not, I'll skip to the second part, and then we can get through them. Okay, so is anybody interested in these insulated concrete?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we're.
Or
You guys
exterior
wouldn't-
layer. These interlocking modules are dry stacked and filled with concrete. The 2 insulated faces of a block are separated by some type of connector. Units lock together similar to Lego bricks and create a form for the structural wall of a building.
Oh, you have to
The
say it.
result is a cast-in-place concrete wall that is sandwiched between 2 layers of insulation material. ICF systems are strong and energy efficient. Traditional finishes are applied to the interior and exterior faces, so the building looks no different from other types of
Anybody ever
construction.
seen these in Santa
With
Barbara?
panels available in a number of shapes, sizes, and
Get
concrete
everybody
core
up to roll
thickness,
out, okay.
any design can be created,
Why not?
including curved walls. Panels can be shipped compacted and then assembled onto frameworks on site.
They always seem like more.
Units have an interlocking design that allows the forms to stack and lock together to form a uniform cast and prevent improper alignment. Special units for corners, floors, and roof assemblies
No, you can
improve
just
the
do a
engineering of the
concrete wall.
system and energy efficiency of the final construction. The blocks
So, like,
and
but
panels
this way
also
you
feature
can
integral
form,
nailing
I guess,
strips for attaching
form to say,
interior
like,
and
you don't have
exterior
to
finishes,
get rid of the form,
and
put
the
that
ability to let in
Yeah,
mechanical
it's
runs,
wood.
such as wiring and plumbing, without cutting into the concrete core. Reinforced steel bars or rebars are placed inside the forms before the concrete is poured to give it flexural strength. Once the forms are in place and rebars installed, concrete is pumped into the forms. Forms are filled at an appropriate rate to prevent misalignment and blowouts. ICFs provide benefits to builders and homeowners such as disaster and fire resistance, energy efficiency, ease of construction, and faster build times.
From inside the floor. Oh, yeah, right. You built that house with it.
You're starting to stop in the busy time.
Yep.
Hello, what are we doing now?
Imagine if manufacturing automation was simple. Introducing Vention, one platform.
Foundation.
Autoclaved aerated concrete, also
Autoclaved
known as
aerated
aircrete, is green building material made from natural raw materials like sand,
Yeah, sure.
cement, lime, and gypsum as binders and aluminum as an aerating agent. It is poured into large molds and steam cured in autoclaves during production to complete the strengthening chemical reaction.
So,
This
The other
lightweight
hand,
product
rebar and
provides structure,
concrete.
insulation, and fire resistance, all in one product. The Aircrete building system by Aircrete Europe is a modular and complete building system that offers a fast and efficient build. The system consists of standard-sized panels of different use, such as floor panels, load-bearing wall panels, roof panels, partition panels, cladding panels, and lintels. Precise product dimensions, ease of handling, and lightweight materials contribute to a faster build time and a reduction in the use of installation materials and labor. The lightweight load-bearing structure and the high compressive strength of the panels make it well suited for earthquakes and hurricane-prone areas. Panels also have embedded steel reinforcement for additional strength. The super smooth surface of the panels allows for a quick finish, as the walls are ready for direct painting. Besides, all elements in aircrete building systems provide good thermal and sound installation performance. Aircrete products meet the highest requirements of building standards, offering a wide range of innovative, efficient, durable, and sustainable solutions for works of any size.
Yeah, but look at all that work you have to do
Superior
to
Walls
build
offers a
electrical,
precast
plumbing
concrete
for
panel
it.
system that offers an alternative to traditional foundation methods. Typically used for basement foundation, but can also be used in above-grade walls and multi-level concrete walls. Panels are custom designed and built to provide warm, dry basements for homeowners. Made in a factory where high-strength concrete is integrated with an insulated steel frame, they arrive at the job site ready to install with insulation and studding integrated into the wall.
Heavy, huh? Okay.
Trained crews install and permanently secure the foundation on a bed of crushed stone, so no need for poured foundation. Solid concrete studs provide support, as does a built-in concrete footer that rests on clean crushed stone. Panels are joined together by stainless steel bolts
Yeah.
and sealed with a special
There's a
sealant.
rubble
Installation
effect, okay.
typically takes less than a day and can be completed even in adverse weather conditions. Backfilling can begin as soon as the floor is poured and the subfloor is properly attached to the top of the wall system. Rapid installation time allows builders to begin construction on the
This is
home
where
the
Alex
same
is.
day. Steel studs eliminate the need for additional wood framing prior to
The
interior
basement,
finishing.
weird.
The company offers several configurations of the system to best suit your needs.
Wait, they put all the walls up and then they pour the floor?
He's already shown that.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, we got the picture. We can do anything. with it.
Wait, a pool table with it?
Spider Tie is a concrete forming system designed for just about any concrete wall application, such as retaining walls, concrete homes, pools, roofs, etc. This system creates a temporary framework by which you attach your plywood, using screws to hold it in place while the concrete is being poured. Once the concrete is cured, you simply unscrew the plywood sheets, which may be used again for future projects. Spider ties are webbed so the concrete flows through them, providing a solid monolithic concrete wall. This framework also holds rebars perfectly in place without having to use tie wire. There is also a slot to hold insulation in place. Less labor is required as well, because the heaviest part of this system is a single sheet of plywood. The amount of spider ties for an average-sized house can easily fit in the back of a pickup. This construction system allows for an affordable and easy way to build concrete walls
not a
of
lot
any
of
shape,
space, right?
thickness, and size.
At one piece.
It can also be used as a form of concrete roof along with a concrete home. In a major storm, the first casualty of a home is usually its roof. Spider tie makes it possible to clad any surface with concrete. The point being that if the roof is tied together with the walls, then the home is far more likely to survive storms without much damage. Spider tie roof system works with just about any masonry wall. After the concrete is cured, the plywood can be left on to give you a surface to nail your roofing to, or removed if using lightweight cellular concrete that will allow you to nail roofing directly into it. Once it's all done, you'll have a beautiful home that can withstand whatever nature throws its way, whether it be tornadoes, hurricanes, or wildfires.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wanna see what kind of gamble they give us.
Yeah, how green is building your full house in concrete? Right?
Well, these are not all advertised as green, so that's a good comment.
This next building system combines the strength of reinforced concrete with many qualities of natural mineralized wood. Isotex is a woodcrete building system comprised of cement bonded wood fiber blocks and floor slabs, with an additional graphite polystyrene rigid foam insulation added. Isotex system is highly resistant to fire and moisture, with excellent thermal qualities. These blocks are dry stacked and then filled in with concrete to create a high load bearing wall structure. Construction is simple. No skilled trades are required, it's cost effective and
It's like,
fast.
you know,
Raw finish makes it ideal for internal or external finishes. Blocks are produced from recycled, untreated wood from sawmill scrap and recycled pallets, subjected to strict quality control. Isotex Systems meets all the regulations concerning seismic safety and the acoustic and thermal insulation. The result is an energy-efficient house with lower heating and cooling costs throughout the entire year. The company offers a complete kit of blocks for your build, as well as comprehensive training and support.
do these blocks, was that all fiber, wood fiber, or do they have cement with
I
that?
think they said it was all fiber. Well, they just cut it with sawzall.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
On it.
Yeah. I like the insulation. So this only has the fill, you know, the concrete fill. Oh, and that's getting there, right?
And already claims over 400,000 builds worldwide.
That's good though, using that scrap.
You have to put, what would you put over it, stucco?
Yeah. I'm not gonna, I don't know how-
Because you have to put something over, you just can't.
Thanks for watching, and let us know your opinion down in the comments. Part 2 on building systems is also in the works, so stay
What's that
tuned.
Lego one?
Bye for now.
If it's wood fiber, you could essentially like bring the
My name is Johnny Vo. I've joined November 2019. I was a machinist. We're doing north of $59,000 a month.
I'm Dominique Taylor. I'm a chiropractor in the
Construction system is one of the key decisions you'll have to make. Building technologies continuously improve, and in today's video, we'll explore some innovative building systems that offer an alternative to conventional construction. This is our second video on
Lego one
building
you're talking
systems,
Yeah.
so be sure to check out part 1 as well.
It's pretty much just like a bunch of contractors that got together. that- Legos were. so
Belgian company
together, let's just build a house.
unique construction method using insulated wooden stacking blocks. Their objective is to simplify construction
All
and offer a simple and efficient way to build a house by yourself.
kind of weird ass.
Their wooden home kit includes insulated blocks, a customized floor system, as well as insulated beams and lintels that will allow you to build the shell of your wooden house. The frame of the blocks is comprised of compressed wood slats mixed with natural resin, while inside the block, expanded polystyrene with graphite additive is used for insulation. The jointing system has been integrated into the design of the blocks, so they will fit together without the natural resin, while inside the block, expanded polystyrene with graphite additive is used for insulation. The jointing system has been integrated into the design of the blocks, so they will fit together without the need for any adhesive.
Polystyrene's not the biggest thing.
After drawing up plans for the project, elements are prefabricated and delivered to the job site with an installation plan showing all the steps needed to ensure the success of the build. The company also provides all the technical assistance you might need during the process.
I guarantee the directions look exactly.
Assembling the system is fast, and because everything is pre-planned, it allows for a precise timeline and minimal waste on the building site. The concrete slab is built as for a traditional house. The walls are fixed to the floors with angle plates. After assembling the insulated formworks, all you have left is the construction of the roof and finish of your
No
choice.
wire, nothing.
Gablock system meets the requirements of two-story buildings.
white. Look at that guy throw it around.
I'm sure everyone will live in it.
We want to
Well, I mean, it's just the polystyrene.
Structural insulated panels, or SIPs for short, are a high-performance building system suitable for all types of construction. Sometimes referred to as sandwich panels, they contain an insulation foam core, bonded between what is typically two oriented strand boards. SIPs are manufactured under factory-controlled conditions and are custom designed for each project. The result is a building system that is strong, energy efficient, and cost-effective. Using SIPs, framing time can be cut by 50% compared to conventional wood framing. Panels are manufactured in various sizes, so the entire wall and roof section can be put up quickly. They are ready to be installed at the job site, eliminating the time needed to perform the individual jobs of framing, insulating, and sheathing. Electrical chases are usually provided in the core of panels, so there is no need to drill through studs for wiring. The uniform nailing surface on the interior and exterior walls make siding, trim, and drywall installation quick and easy.
Why don't they just make chases up at the ceiling? You know, like a little 6x6 box everywhere. And then put the electrical and plumbing in that and just have it screw off. So if anything goes wrong, you can, you know,
That's a good idea.
or you could do it at the bottom and have your outlets right. You know, you can combine it with the, you know, water, hot water heating. But they're always in the walls. So you have to kind of ledge in the wall, you know.
With SIPs, loads are distributed across the entire panel due to the continuous bond between the sheathing and rigid insulation, making them extraordinarily strong. They are also compatible with almost any other building system. Wall panels can sit on a variety of foundation materials, including poured concrete, blocks, or insulated concrete forms. A new home built with structural insulated panels offers the benefits of a stronger structure, increased energy efficiency, faster installation, and a more cost-effective project. Lightweight steel framing is a home building technique with a skeleton frame of vertical steel columns and horizontal I-beams, constructed in a rectangular grid to support the floors, roof, and walls of a building.
So you got the cradle to cradle, right?
Yeah, I haven't started it.
Yeah, so that guy, I was looking at YouTube a while back. He actually approves of steel because the recycled content is so much there more than any other metal. And he's advocating, I think I might have mentioned this, stock sizes. So then you can reuse and don't you have to melt it down and pour new sizes, which would really, you know, a lot of this could be solved if we just made our building more uniform. You know, we're so afraid of being not unique. But I always say, you know, make the materials uniform and the same, and then the uniqueness will come in how you apply them. That, but I mean, yeah, so there's a lot of people that are, of course, the steel process still has problems, but.
I mean, aren't steel studs just pretty much sheet metal you can cut with?
Yeah, they're,
So like,
are they steel or aluminum? They're thin steel.
I think they're steel, I think
Yeah.
aluminum's too.
Yeah, they're even more
Flimsy.
flimsy, yeah. They're strong for how thin they are, aren't they? Because they have that tubular shape that really makes them strong. But this isn't that same thing though, is it? Because this is the outside framing, so this is another system.
Frames can be carried easily and erected quickly without the need for cranes, thereby lowering building costs. All parts of the steel frame are pre-designed, manufactured, and cut in the factory. The builder assembles them according to the project design. Steel framing requires no additional preservative chemicals, and since it's pre-manufactured, there's minimal wastage, reducing the environmental impact. Steel is also completely recyclable. Most steel framing fabricators will both supply and erect your homes. Frames are pre-assembled to be strong and straight, and come with service holes pre-punched to make it easy for subtrades to work with. Usually, no welding is required. The steel frame inside a building is grounded directly to the earth. This allows the entire frame of the house to act as a lightning rod, harmlessly discharging current of a lightning strike into the ground, or discharging currents from
And if your
possible
wall
electrical
lower once off,
leakage.
just enjoy
In
it.
addition, steel framing is not combustible and won't warp, twist, or rot because it doesn't absorb moisture. This means fewer maintenance problems like cracked linings and sticking doors. Good weather tightness at the design and build stage will ensure that steel doesn't rust. One potential drawback of this system is that steel is a very efficient conductor of heat and can reduce the insulating properties of wall insulation. Heat takes the most conductive path in a phenomenon also known as thermal bridging. To combat this potential energy loss, you can use extra insulation and wrap insulation around the steel beams themselves, in addition to the insulation typically placed between studs. Steel is durable, earthquake and fire resistant, and also impervious to termites and mold. Of course, these attributes refer to the steel itself, not necessarily any materials attached to it.
It's a nice building, huh? Yeah.
The M2 building system consists of modular, expanded polystyrene panels enclosed by a double galvanized steel mesh joined by connectors. Panels are industrially produced and then assembled and completed directly on site with 2 layers of concrete. These self-supporting panels can be made in various shapes and cover the entire range of elements necessary to finalize any type of project. The modularity of the system affords design flexibility and a high degree of integration with other building systems. Lightweight panels are easy to handle and assemble and can be used to build a wide range of structures well suited for earthquake-prone areas and climate extremes. The thickness and density of the panels can be customized to deliver specific thermal insulation requirements. Buildings made with M2 panels are particularly lightweight, therefore have a low seismic mass, but are simultaneously rigid due to 2 sheets of reinforced plaster that create an enveloping shell of the entire structure. Installation of various systems, plumbing, heating, electric, is a simple operation. To ensure static continuity of the structure, the panels are tied to each other and
What's that, what?
The fumes that you're melting plastic.
Yeah, he's done that.
Start.
I feel like a lot of these are just super ideal for like third world countries.
Yeah.
No, like not even like jokingly, like it like organizations that go and build houses in countries in need. This is like super ideal because it's super lightweight and you can just crank out a bunch of houses super fast.
I know, and I mean, maybe we could use it too, you know.
Right.
If we, I mean,
Almost-
if all the
almost
houses
is.
they show after they demonstrate are really made from those products, they can end up pretty normal for our.
How do you do a remodel or like change your electrical or plumbing or anything if it's all through the cement walls?
You don't.
I know, this looks pretty easy when the cement's not up yet.
Yeah, but then when they spray it.
Yeah, I know.
How would you do
We
it?
just have to
I think
drill in and epoxy like a bunch of
Everything seems to be in conduit, so.
connected to the rebars. All structural connections, such as corners, joints, and the most stressed parts are reinforced with additional portions of steel mesh. Internal and external finishes of any type can be applied. Normally, there is a first coat to cover the mesh and a second-hand coat for leveling and finishing. With plants in over 30 countries, the M2 building system expands worldwide, demonstrating the versatility and adaptability of this building system to the most diverse territories.
Looks like stainless steel, is that what they said? The mesh?
Interlocking bricks are designed to lock themselves to other bricks without the use of mortar to form a structurally stable home. Just dry stack the bricks, pour in an inexpensive mortar, and add rebars vertically to reinforce the walls. It's a simplified brick and mortar concept, similar to stacking Legos. This system requires no plasterwork, less cement, fewer workers, and is a lot faster to build, which equates to lower costs. It is also intuitive and simple to learn for everyone. Interlocking bricks can be made from different materials, but most common is soil and cement mixture. A pressing machine is used to compress the bricks, which are then cured for a while so the cement sets and bonds with the sand, stabilizing the brick.
So they don't need heat.
This compacted brick also has better thermal insulation. Using the interlocking brick building system, you may save by eliminating formworks for reinforced concrete columns and beams, plastering and painting costs, and reducing workers, materials, and time. This wall can also be plastered and painted just like any other wall.
Wouldn't it be faster to have a long, one piece of?
Thanks for watching, and let us know your opinion down in the comments.
Yeah.
Until next time.
It probably looked nicer if those bricks didn't have that split in the side of it.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to, wouldn't have to finish it.
Yeah.
So I just want to work brick.
Build custom industrial machines in days.
Yeah, I wonder if those bricks are like weatherproof. Like, do you need to finish them? Or something, do you think?
Well, no, they said they were cement,
Yeah.
earth and cement. Probably you would. Because cement's not waterproof, right? So even though it makes it dense, water would into it. Let's see, that was 2.
Wait, yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Cool Gadgets. A lot of thought and planning go into building a new home, and choosing a construction system is one of the key decisions you'll have to make. Building technologies continuously improve, and in this video, we're going to explore some innovative building systems that might offer some advantages compared to conventional construction. As always, all the links are in the description below. Benny shells are steel-reinforced concrete dome structures that are lifted and shaped by air pressure. They were invented in the 1960s by architect Dante Benny and have been built in over 20 countries. More recently, the system is being relaunched by Dante's son, Niccolo Benny, with improvements to the original system to achieve greater architectural flexibility, simplification of the construction process, integration of the latest materials and technologies. They can be used in a range of projects from housing, schools, sports arenas, storages, and shopping centers, and offer quick construction time, lower costs, high strength, and unique appeal. Concrete dome structures distribute forces evenly along their entire envelope to form a highly efficient structural system. The non-flammable nature of concrete and the natural aerodynamics for the domes makes them highly resistant to fires and high winds. They're also safe from termites, molds, and rot, and are more energy efficient because there are no thermal bridges in the building envelope. Benny shell's construction involves a special airform that is fastened to a pad or foundation and inflated to maintain constant pressure. Polyurethane foam is evenly sprayed over the structure, and once it is set, rebar reinforcement and specialized shotcrete are applied. Finally, a weatherproofing membrane is added with a stucco finish. Benny shells can incorporate all the wiring, venting, and plumbing that any home requires. Another concrete dome builder, Monolithic Dome from Texas, builds insulated steel reinforced concrete domes of all sizes that can serve as houses, schools, gyms, churches, or anything you can think of. Their structures also offer all the advantages of dome construction like durability and energy efficiency. Here, the building process differs slightly from Benny shells. First, the airform is inflated, and the insulating foam, rebars, and shotcrete are applied to the inside. This allows the work to continue even in bad weather conditions. The airform is the roofing membrane, the foam is the insulation, and the steel and concrete is the structure. Monolithic domes offer graceful curved lines on the exterior and open, clear span interiors. There are no columns or interior supports, allowing complete design freedom. It can be small and cozy or spacious and luxurious, one-storied or multi-storied, at ground level or underground, and built in virtually any location or environment. Comfort Block by Genesis Concrete, a masonry company from Maine, is a self-insulated concrete wall system for residential and small-scale housing in the US, based on the European construction methods. It's a simple and proven way to build durable, healthy, and energy-efficient homes. Comfort Block is a low-maintenance material that does not burn, mold, or invite pests. The walls are significantly stronger than wood construction, so they can resist extreme weather events such as floods, hurricanes, and tornadoes much better. Blocks are available in 2 sizes, 8-inch thick for simple structures such as outdoor kitchens, sheds, and landscape walls, and 16-inch thick insulated blocks, with 3 pockets of encased expanded polystyrene insulation, suitable for residential construction. Both systems have utility channels for easy installation of wire and electrical boxes, eliminating furring and drywall. The thickness of the concrete walls seals out sound, and there's never any flex in the house when it's windy outside. A special masonry adhesive glue replaces the mortar and makes laying blocks faster and easier. When laying the first course, standard mortar may be used to overcome any variations in foundation levels. Properly reinforced with steel rebars and concrete grouting, homes built with Comfort Blocks will last for generations and offer the benefit of thermal mass to keep your home at a consistent temperature. Once the wall has been constructed, an exterior stucco finish is applied to create an air barrier and to protect the blocks from the weather. You can also fasten different sidings onto the wall system, and the inside blocks are covered with plaster. Hi, and welcome to Cool Gadgets and Stuff. A lot of
Yeah, here we go. So this is just a good example of a boot on a truss. See, instead of the truss just coming down and running long with the overhang right on the plate, they've got a boot that goes down, so you can get insulation, all the way in there. That's always a weak spot. So we're starting to use almost exclusively these things now.
So fasten different sidings onto the wall system, and the inside blocks are covered with plaster.
Oh. That was the next building project.
Rammed earth is a building technique for creating walls with compacted subsoil. It's not a new technology.
That's cool.
The method was often used in areas without trees or other materials used to build structures. Numerous examples of rammed earth construction exist all over the world, including parts of the Great Wall of China. Arikura from Ontario, Canada, builds modern, sustainable rammed earth buildings that are comprised of 2 layers of rammed earth, a insulation layer in between, and connected with additional steel rebars. The construction process starts with sourcing local subsoil, which is then brought and mixed on the building site with a small amount of Portland cement as a binding agent.
Yeah.
Just with the waves in it, it looks like layers.
Plus additional waterproofing agent. These 2 agents contribute to the longevity and durability of the rammed earth wall. Next, the reusable molds are prepared that will form the framework for the wall of the house. The dampened subsoil mix is then shoveled into the forms and compacted or rammed in sections or lifts with a hydraulic tamper. These lifts are what create the asymmetrical wave pattern that make rammed earth walls so aesthetically unique. Electrical conduit and plumbing runs can be rammed into the walls as well. The forms are removed the next day, revealing a completed rammed earth wall. The completed assembly combines all the functions of a wall, interior and exterior finish, insulation, weather resistance, structure, moisture management, thermal mass, and aesthetics, all in one process. Each rammed earth wall is unique in its appearance. Clients can choose different dyes or add distinguishing features, such as precious stones, shells, or fossils, to add a personal touch. Each of Arikira's homes is built with passive solar design in mind.
And did they have cement in did they put cement in that mix? Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably though.
Let's watch it again. Because just putting the earth in and then ramming it doesn't seem like it would be, you know.
You're gonna get one poor kid with a spoon. In his bedroom after his ground and just digging his way out like in prison.
Let's see.
Walls with compacted subsoil. It's not a new technology. The method was often used in areas without trees or other materials used to build structures. Numerous examples of rammed earth construction exist all over the world, including parts of the Great Wall of China. Arikira from Ontario, Canada, builds modern, sustainable rammed earth buildings that are comprised of 2 layers of rammed earth, an insulation layer in between, and connected with additional steel rebars. The construction process starts with sourcing local subsoil, which is then brought and mixed on the building site with a small amount of Portland cement as a binding agent plus additional waterproofing agent. These 2 agents contribute to the longevity and durability of the rammed earth wall. Next, the reusable molds are prepared that will form the framework for the wall of the house. The dampened subsoil mix is then shoveled into the forms and compacted or rammed in sections or lifts with a hydraulic tamper. These lifts are what create the asymmetrical wave pattern that make rammed earth walls so aesthetically unique. Electrical conduit and plumbing runs can be rammed into the walls as well. The forms are removed the next day, revealing a completed rammed earth wall. The completed assembly combines all the functions of a wall into stones, shells, or fossils to add a personal touch. Each of Arikira's homes is built with passive solar design in mind. This allows the walls to store the sun's heat in the colder months of the year, then distribute that heat throughout your home. In being all natural, there is no outgassing of volatile organic compounds, so it is considered a healthy building material.
All right, good thumbs up.
Ozblock, developed in Quebec, Canada, redefines traditional construction by offering a modular structural system that allows quick and simple walls while ensuring high standards in energy efficiency and durability. The block is a sandwich of 2 layers of expanded polystyrene foam with a core of several layers of oriented strand board. The interlocking design stacks up to provide a wall with a high insulation value and, most importantly, no thermal bridges, one of the major sources of heat loss in buildings. The process starts by inserting the Ozblock corners on the starting beam and leveling them for a straight fit. The block has a structural capacity on all its surface, and the blocks are fixed together with a unique system of polymer locks. Each block has 5 anchor points that are used to lock the top piece to the bottom one. Just rotate the locks with a special tool to secure the building modules together. Steel corner brackets are used to hold the walls together, and spray foam caulk is used to seal it all up. There are also furring strips to attach siding on the outside and drywall on the inside, and channels for electric wiring. Ozblock is lightweight and easily transportable by 2 people, so there is no need for any heavy machinery such as cranes or forklifts on the job site, saving on the costs. Eco Building Systems, a company from Arizona, has created the perfect block, an insulated composite concrete form made from recycled expanded polystyrene, mixed with Portland cement and proprietary admixtures, and then cured in a mold. Mixing cement with styrofoam makes the perfect block fireproof, while at the same time maintaining excellent insulating qualities. Perfect block is a type of stay-in-place insulated concrete form, stacked together much like traditional brick or block, and filled with concrete to create an incredibly strong concrete and reinforced steel post and beam wall that makes a strong, safe, and quiet home. The blocks are light, yet sturdy and dense, and can be easily handled by anyone.
They don't even
Stacking is simple with minimal gluing and easy to construct walls plumb and level, while saving time and materials. For the wiring and plumbing, you just cut out the channels and use a spray foam adhesive to attach conduit or boxes in places you want. If a block is broken, it can be easily repaired with an adhesive used in the installation of the block. Perfect Block removes tons of styrofoam from the landfill and turns it into a fireproof block to build homes and commercial properties, improving on the practices of sustainability in the building industry. Thanks for watching, and let us know your opinion down in the comments.
They tell you where they're from. That's the game.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah. That was pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So they're not getting away from cement altogether, but at least they're putting it way down.
A lot of recycled materials.
Yeah, and then they're using the recycled foam. That last one's pretty cool. Actually, all of them is pretty good. You know, there's limitations on design when you do a stack block system. Some more, a couple more. And we'll go. Let's see. Yeah, see, so you guys can get on this now and you can look at all, the stuff we've been looking at all along the way. Yeah, you can, or you can just find it yourself. But, okay, that was two.
That was three.
That was 3, 4, 5. 5. Let's go to 5 and then go to 6.
Material wastage, savings in the number of labor.
I'm sorry, what?
We should watch a video on hempcrete.
Yeah,
It's a short one.
yeah, we'll just go through these and then if we don't see it in the next couple, then I'll find it. I think there's one in there. I'll find it and bring it next time. Because it's too hard to, if they had a table of contents, it'd be really helpful.
Labor hours and an overall increase.
My friends, I'm crunched for time and I'm crunched for resources. My opponent in my re-election campaign for the United States Senate
we just want to
is raising bucket loads of money.
In productivity. RBM Building Systems provide a quick, modular, large-scale construction solution.
My friends, I'm crunched for time and I'm crunched for resources. My opponent in my re-election campaign for the United States Senate is raising bucket loads of money to try to beat me.
And I'd rather drink weed killer than
I'm committed to securing the border. You know that. I'm committing to getting the economy straightened out. You know that. And I am committed to standing up to Communist China. My opponent's not. He's committed, but he's committed
Patrick,
to
will this
being
be on
a
the test?
woke
Take notes.
I hope you'll choose to support my platform, and I hope you will choose to support my re-election campaign today by rushing a donation to help me hit my end of the month goal before time.
Floor and ceiling joists and roof trusses stick by stick, usually on the job site, using lumber cut to various sizes. These stick elements, referred to as studs, serve as a nailing base for all covering material and support the upper floor platforms, which provides lateral strength along a wall. Zip System from Hubbardwood is transforming wood-framed building envelopes. It's a structural wall and roof wood panel with an integrated water-resistive barrier that eliminates the need to install an additional weather barrier like house wrap. Completed with an advanced zip system tape at the panel seams and flashing details, this system delivers a continuous water and air barrier in a simplified method. Another version of this panel, called the R-sheathing panel, comes with an additional rigid foam insulation bonded to the interior face. This added foam insulation reduces heat transfer, to help keep homes consistently comfortable year-round. When properly installed and taped, Zip System R sheathing provides a water-resistant barrier, air barrier, and exterior insulation, all in one product. R sheathing panels also come in various insulating foam thickness, anywhere from 1/2 inch or R3 insulation value, all the way up to 2-inch or R12 insulation to meet different building requirements. Zip System sheathing can be used with a range of exterior cladding and roof coverings. Created as an alternative to the traditionally used wood sheathing with house wrap, Zip System sheathing and tape strikes the balance between efficient insulation and long-term water and air management, and comes with a 30-year guarantee. Clay brick is one of the oldest building materials and has been commonly used since the early civilizations. Clay bricks are simply produced by mixing clay and water. Other additives can be added as well. Hardening methods evolved from sun drying to industrial ovens, which allowed strength and durability to increase. Porotherm from Wienerberger is a modern clay block structural walling system with reassuringly traditional values. Blocks are made from clay and other natural additives, then dried and fired in a process that leaves a micropore structure, giving blocks outstanding thermal insulation and vapor permeability properties. This is also where it gets its name, porotherm. With a breathable micropore structure that facilitates climate and humidity control, it creates healthier living environments. With high thermal mass, porotherm evens out temperature variations to protect against cold in the winter and ensure a comfortable room in the summer. Porotherm blocks are widely used in Europe and can be used on projects from single to multi-stories in both residential and commercial applications. The system comprises of porotherm blocks in a range of different sizes along with associated components, including fixings, wall ties, tools, and lintels. The blocks feature unique interlocking edges for rigidity, plus a special dry fix brick adhesive that eliminates the need for mortar, saving time for builders. One of the latest additions to the porotherm line is the isopropy block that offers integrated insulation within the brick itself for improved thermal performance. Cavities of the isopropy block are filled with rock wool that provides excellent thermal properties, is fire resistant, doesn't absorb moisture, and is vapor permeable. This results in even better energy efficiency for the building and allows for thinner walls to maximize interior space. Wienerberger is one of the world's largest producers of clay building products and is currently present in 31 countries in Europe, with production sites in India and the USA as well. The Hadrian X robot from the Australian firm Fast Brick Robotics is a bricklaying robot capable of building structures from a computer 3D CAD model completely autonomously. Hadrian X is mounted onto a truck to easily transport it to and from a location for on-site building. Blocks are loaded into the back, transported through a telescopic boom with a 30-meter or 100-foot reach, applied with a special adhesive, and placed with precision according to the preset layout. To enable precise positioning of the blocks, the machine features dynamic stabilization technology, which reacts to wind, vibration, and other environmental factors instantly, correcting for any interference and vibration in the boom and layhead in real time. It's capable of building the walls of a house in as little as 1 day, with no needs for brakes. Hadrian X builds faster, more accurately, and with less construction waste, which should equate to savings for builders and home buyers. The company has also demonstrated Hadrian X's ability to build 2-story structures, as well as working along with design elements like steel reinforced concrete columns, suspended concrete slabs, and rebar. It can also adopt a wide range of bricks and blocks from various manufacturers. The Hadrian X's first commercial project for a community center in Western Australia was completed in September 2020. Formwork is a structure, usually temporary, used to contain poured concrete and to mold it to the required dimensions, and then removed once the concrete has cured. It's used with an embedded frame of steel rebars that contribute to the structural integrity of a building. Itong is the world's largest manufacturer of aerated concrete blocks.
You can easily train yourself.
Yeah, you can't even find the X's anymore to get rid of the stuff that hidden.
The X's are normally black and then you have black backgrounds, you can't see them. And they make them so small, so clicky.
Calcium silicate blocks,
Yeah,
first introduced in Europe in 1995, have a high density material, resulting in some unique properties such as be familiar with, but are worth checking out. This is our 6th video on building systems, so be sure to check out our home building playlist as well. All together, along with high strength adhesive and steel nails to create blocks 2 to 10 feet in length. The backbone of the system are spline pieces interconnecting each block. The structural polyurethane insulative spray foam occupies the hollow wall, and every course of block is glued, forming a thermal break between the interior and exterior of the structure. Additional spline pieces interconnect each course of block and transmit point loads around doors and windows. Tie-downs, anchors for structural supports, conduits, and boxes are all hidden in the wall. Each course of Lincoln block is finished as you stack it, providing all-in-one siding, framing, and drywall replacement in the form of a single block product, thus reducing labor hours and cost of additional materials. By simplifying the entire envelope of a house down to block patterns that always fit together, the company has redefined the fundamental design of a house. The company wants to offer affordable and easy-to-use housing solutions that provide high-quality, long-lasting, and sustainable homes. Earthbag construction describes a building method where the main building component.
That would be pretty expensive.
I feel like the affordable
Just with all the wood.
Yeah.
with like labor though.
Yeah, it looked like it was, might have been in Scandinavia where you have a place where there's a lot of wood available. Certainly wouldn't work.
I mean, it looks like those blocks were almost 1.5 to 2 inches big.
Yeah, they were. I know. So it looked like someplace, not here. Be too expensive here. But this we've seen, let's just see if there's anything new in here.
Like hemp or burlap, or more durable synthetic materials like polypropylene, which is rot resistant.
In India.
The bags are filled with 70% sand and 30% clay, and sometimes cement aggregate as well, and are laid in courses to build the walls. Walls can take straight forms and topped with conventional roofs, or they can be rounded and even dome-shaped. Vertical rebars and bond beams can also be integrated. The soil can be dug from the foundation trench, lowering the embodied energy commonly associated with the manufacturing and transportation of building materials. The classical foundation used in earthbag construction is a rubble trench foundation. Here the building uses its own weight to anchor itself to the foundation, with no beams, bolts, or rebars, enabling it to move independently, minimizing the shock transfer to the walls in case of an earthquake. Earthbag walls have great thermal mass properties, or the ability to store heat, providing inertia against temperature fluctuations, but are poor at insulation unless filled with lighter materials, such as crushed volcanic stone, perlite, or rice hulls, or if a secondary insulating layer is added on the outside of the shell. For permanent housing, the earthbag walls should be covered with some kind of plaster for protection. Earthbag buildings are notable for their low cost in materials, low skill in building experience, and being eco-friendly, sustainable, and healthy to live in.
Hey, that's a tower thing.
Construction 3D printing is a method for manufacturing elements or entire buildings by means of depositing a material like concrete, layer by layer, via an extrusion machine that can move autonomously according to the preset layout. This method has the potential to revolutionize the construction industry. Construction 3D printers can produce concrete structures quickly and cost-effectively, with a significant degree of design flexibility. It makes no difference to the printer whether the walls are straight or curved. This technology is yet to take off as a widespread building technique, but projects are starting to pop up all over the world. In this segment, we're going to take a look at two companies at the forefront and cover some of their notable projects. Danish company Cobod has created BOD2, a modular 3D printer that can print multi-story buildings. This robotic construction printer has a modular truss structure that can be scaled to suit projects of varying sizes. In collaboration with Perry Construction Company, the BOD2 printer has been used in 2 residential projects in Germany. First, in a single-family 2-story building, which was the first 3D printed building in Germany with building accreditation, paving the way for larger and more complex projects, like the latest Perry team project of printing the largest 3D printed multifamily house in Europe, with 380 square meters of living space, divided into 5 apartments across 3 levels. During the printing process, the printer takes into account the pipes and connections for water, electricity, and more that are to be laid out at a later time. This means that manual work, such as the installation of pipes and connections, can be easily integrated into the printing process. Another company, Icon, a Texas startup, wants to deliver affordable and dignified housing to people around the world. Using their construction printer, the Vulcan 2, they plan to produce resilient, single-story buildings fast and affordably. To achieve this, they've partnered with multiple nonprofits and are working on projects from Latin America to their hometown of Austin, Texas, where in partnership with Mobile Loaves and Fishes, a nonprofit serving homeless, the printer is used to construct homes for formerly homeless residents at Community First Village, where just recently they had their first resident move into a 3D printed home. The 400 square foot 3D printed home features 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a full kitchen, a living room, and a large porch with a sweeping sunset view. Currently, this is one of 7 3D printed homes by Icon in Phase 2 of the planned community, aiming to provide affordable, permanent housing and a supportive community for men and women coming out of chronic homelessness.
But how cheap is that, right?
Fastwall by Shelterworks out of Oregon is an ICF-like mineralized wood block building system made of recycled wood into the interior of the building. It is ideal for 58 decibels of sound protection, depending on the thickness of the blocks, which is especially suitable for installation in buildings where good sound protection is very important, such as the product line. The company best known for Itong aircrete blocks, which we covered in a previous video on building systems. Heavy loads, therefore saving on material and net surface of the building. The material is also highly resistant to fire. A significant amount of alkaline lime in the composition of the product is a natural protection against fungi and mold. Silica building blocks, because of their non-combustible Hi, and welcome to Cool Gadgets and Lock Bond for permanent use, but they can also all require foam core. This foam core is then bonded with laminate resin, common in standard engineered building material fibers, the Colombian garden, and its local abundance. Coffee also has a huge economic and cultural significance. They also sell pre-soda in November of 2020. One of the goals of the company is to democratize design, traditional manufactured building systems. It is up to every user to make the company is calling and needed. The final connection is made using horizontally and vertically. The company has already started production and is well on the way to bringing Lock and Block to the market. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Until next time.
Yeah, where's the X button? There, see that?
I'm trying to smell.
Only when you get near it does it appear.
Yeah, what happens if your house catches on fire with 2 feet?
It doesn't catch fire.
7 we just did,
Yeah.
so I want to try 8?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That looks pretty
looks like
organic
it.
here, doesn't it?
That looks like concrete, I think.
And plaster on the interior. Just
out of Texas, is a company making building equipment and providing support for construction projects using compressed earth blocks. As the name suggests, this way of building utilizes earth as a primary building material. A compressed earth block, or CEB, is a building material made primarily from damp soil compressed at high pressure to form compact blocks. A binder material like cement or lime is often added to stabilize the blocks. A final recipe for the block.
So that's interesting. Oroville, remember we showed pictures from that Indian place? They invented a block presser that they could make compressed blocks by hand. It wasn't even mechanized. I wonder how much you have to compress it to get it to keep from falling apart. I don't think they
sit on it.
Yeah, I don't think they put cement in it.
You have to weigh a certain amount.
Yeah,
You get one of those really big guys.
yeah.
You get a sumo wrestler. Yeah.
So
Commercial buildings, barns, driveways, ovens, CEB machines. Just Biofiber from Alberta, Canada, develops and manufactures load-bearing structural hempcrete building blocks for commercial and residential construction. Hempcrete is a composite material made with industrial hemp roots, lime, and water, and comes either in spray-applied or solid block versions. What makes Just Biofiber hempcrete blocks different is the internal structure frame that interlocks when stacked, giving it much higher compressive strength, allowing for multi-story buildings. The internal frame structure is made of a biocomposite resin material that doesn't deform with heat and doesn't emit volatile organic compounds. Just Biofiber blocks have good fire-resistive and insulative properties. They also have a high thermal mass, can regulate temperature and humidity, are breathable, and resist mold and pests due to high lime content, which is highly alkaline. The building system comprises of blocks, channels for windows and doors, starter strip, top of wall caps, glue, and mortar to construct anything from small shops to multi-floor buildings. The construction is quick and simple, thus lowering labor costs and time to completion. Interlocking design can be overlapped and turned 90 degrees for corners and intersecting walls. On-site, blocks are cut using standard tools and fastened in place using stainless or ceramic-coated steel parts to avoid corrosion. Conduit holes run through every block for electrical. Walls can be simply finished with stucco finish on the exterior and plaster on the interior. Just Biofiber was founded in 2014 with a vision to bring a sustainable building system to the market that would improve quality of living, lower costs, and be waste-free and easy to construct.
Can I add something, Patrick?
Ogle from the UK is a new type.
You can also do hempcrete like forms where you like layer it up, and then I'm pretty sure it's carbon negative. Like the amount of carbon that the hemp growing takes in is like it takes in more carbon than like the transportation
right
and everything.
I can see your palms.
And probably grows.
It grows super fast. Yeah, it's a weed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like the byproduct of, it's like the stems of them that they use.
Right. That sounds like a great product.
How do you know so much about this plant?
Because that's what got me into like building, like sustainable building stuff. Yeah.
How much do you have invested in hempcrete companies?
Oh, millions.
Well,
You should email Elon Musk, tell him to buy him.
Yeah.
it's a pretty amazing material. Why doesn't it burn?
Well, I mean, they mix it with limestone
Yeah,
and water.
yeah.
Everything's.
So I'm
Well,
assuming the
when
water
they
can-
do straw bale, they have the big straw. Sometimes they'll put a torch to that and it won't burn because
Yeah.
it's so dense. There's not enough air to.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And
We found
it's seismically secure too.
Yeah.
What'd you do to your phone?
Oh, I was skating and I fell with it in my pocket. And
Okay,
there was, like,
so,
a zipper.
Let's call it a night here. You can only look at so many videos. And we'll fill in if there's, I'll look at the rest if there's any really good. There's a lot of similar kinds of things. I think we'll burn out with block, I think. But I'll see if there's any other stuff. But next Saturday, I told you I'm working on the botanical gardens. And if not, I got a couple other things in mind. I'll let you know during the week. And then next Monday is final prep. And then we'll also do a lesson on green building institutions, whether they're, like LEED or Built Green Santa Barbara and HERS, and that just a brief overview of all those things. Because a lot of you, if you're interested in that particular work, those are the places you go to join them. That's becoming a bigger and bigger thing, So, as we get more desperate to counter climate change, the government's pushing more things, so it'll be pushing more experimental things. So we'll have to have organizations that can kind of oversee those, make sure that they're still safe and doable. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, and then we got another 1 or 2 Saturdays. We'll have to see what we can do with those. But I thought of some stuff. All right, let's go home, huh?
So good.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
Okay, you guys, see you later. That's really amazing, though, isn't it? How much stuff there is.
Two people, so we're 10. Well, it's like, I wouldn't count on it.
Type of building system made from recycled
plastic. The company takes plastic waste, grinds it into granules, and turns it into their patented profile building system that can be used to build anything from single-room buildings such as garden rooms and offices to internal walls or a flood defense system.